Hey guys, this is Utkarsh and I am a front-end developer. I love to code and doing innovative things. I hope you are also doing great things and safe in this pandemic. So in today's video we are going to talk about what are the new features are introduced in AS 2020. And if you're not familiar about the word, yes, so it's a ECMAScript. It is used or it was created to standardize the JavaScript, the fancy term, and nowadays it's a heart of web. Okay, JavaScript. So by the way, my blog is also out now, so utdev.dev. So you can go there and explore these types of topic there. And but in this whole video, I will walk through the whole blog and I will teach you each and everything from there. So if you not understand something from here, so you can go free feel to go there and explore. So without wasting more time, I will jump on the code and I will show you what we are going to learn with this video. Okay, so this is my blog. Okay, ut.dev learn JS with UT. Okay, so I will go inside of it. Yeah, so the first topic is optional chaining. Okay, so this is my blog. Here I will write the code, and here this is the console. So you will see all these results that I am going to type. You will get here. Okay, so this is the index.html file, simple file. I just write heading that new feature in is 2020, and now I'm going to add script tag with source and I have app.js file. So now I attached app.js with it. So now we are going to do all the things with this. So first we are going to see optional chaining. I'm too much bad in typing chaining. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll it. This is used to access long chain properties and method of an object. So this is too much handy feature that are introduced in ES 2020 and I hope you are also liking this. Okay, so now I will just copy and paste because we are engineers and we are doing this. Okay, so yeah, this is copy and control V and this is paste here. So this is an object, simple object. Inside that object I have a db property and that db property have user and that user have name that is undefined. Okay, and also a method say hi. Okay, so now what is doing is that when you are okay, I will just copy it because then it will be clear to you all. Now this thing, okay, these, okay. So see that in the console, the something is pop up that username not found. So this is too handy to do because what this thing is doing that it's first checking that there isn't any object like obj. After that it's going inside of this and checking that about this property that there is any db. Yeah, it's founded. Yeah, there is an db property. Then it will go inside of this object and checking about the user. Yeah, is there any user inside that db? So yeah, it got that user. After that it will go further and check that there is any name. Yeah, it's get, yeah, there is a property that's name, but it's found undefined, so it's directly returning me undefined. So what I use that I am using here or, so it's undefined, so it's a falsy value, so it will return me username not found. I hope you will understand. This is too much good to write. If this is not, so this is there's an alternative way that when this thing is not available to JavaScript, so how we are doing things that like this object, then we are checking like this. Okay, if there is an object then object.db. Okay, after that and operator object dot user in this type we are going to check, and then after that this the object dot db dot user, what is this user, okay. After that, and object dot db dot user, and then finally got the name. Yeah, so now or, and now I will set user not found. Okay, see that same result it's giving, but it is too much harder to write and harder to read, but this is too clean that you are going inside the object like a charm. Okay, so this is so much cool and so much handy to use. So guys, I'm suggesting you just go there and use it. I am also doing this nowadays. The majority of the browser that we are using for development, it's supporting, so go there and explore more. Okay, so now I will move forward and see. Okay, so you can also call method by doing this. Okay, so if you doing, I just copy this, okay, and I just remove these things. Yeah, just comment it out. Yeah, so you can also call this method by using optional chaining method. So if I will run this, you will get hey learn.js, that is coming from here. Hey name, I'm passing learn.js, and it's coming. So this is too handy that you can also call the method by using optional chaining. Now I will show you something. Yeah, you can also access dynamic properties by using this, like this, that what I did here, that I have a variable hi function, a hi func, and there I am passing say hi, the function name, method name inside of that object. After that I am passing it here, and after that I am this, and now I am accessing that by have function to this method. Okay, so now like this I am accessing it, so it's a dynamic value. You can pass anything from anything, you can pass anything here, and you can access whatever the properties inside that objects. And now I am passing the learn.js, and it's giving me the same result, hello learn.js. So you can go there my blog utdev.dev and explore more. Okay, so now I will come to the next topic, that is nullis coalescing operator. Okay, so this is something that is also too handy, that if you are working on a front end and any data is coming from the back end and you don't know anything about that, what is coming inside that, maybe it's undefined or it's a null thing, and you have to do lots of things. So there's an knowledge collision things that introduced in years 2020, and by the using of this you can easily uh, handle nullist value. Nullist values is null and undefined. This knowledge collision operator is handle only the null and undefined. Null, it is two question mark. So if you are logging this, okay, I'm just copying this and see the result. Okay, and just save it and see that this is the null, so it will just checking it. Yeah, it's an array value. Yeah, so it will returning me this one. Okay, if I will do with the undefined, same that I will get the empty array. See that. So basically it will handling your nullish value. That's why they are calling this nullish coalescing. Okay, so if you do this like false this thing, okay, yeah, this is false, is a falsy value, but it will not check, it will give me the false. Okay, see that giving the false. So basically the whole idea is that if anything is, if you are wanted to handle something that is coming null or undefined, so you can free feel to go with the null correlation operator. Otherwise you will use here like or. Okay, Now you will get learn.js. So simple. And these are like this. Oh, like and operator, or operator, null collation, and what I did, optional chaining. Okay, these three I think, yeah, and not. Okay, these four I think it's a short circuiting method in JavaScript we are using mostly for short circuiting purposes, like doing conditions, like we are if you are checking something. So these types of things we are doing with this. Okay, so you can go and check and play around with this. Okay, so now I will move. Yeah, if I will do something, yeah, one example I also wanted to give, that if you doing this like empty string is a falsy, but it will give me the empty one. See that it's giving me empty. See here. Okay, so and now I will move towards third one. The third property in our list is object dot from entries. So what this property is doing, that it's convert the array of array into the object. Okay, so what is it? But if before going towards it, I wanted to explain about object.entry. So what is object.entry is doing, that if you have any object like this, okay, and if you wanted to convert it into the array, okay, so what we are doing this, that we are doing something like object.entries, and this function will return me a array of array, and that contains the key and value of that object. Okay, so if I will copy the whole thing, okay, and I will just come here, and if I will save, so you will get the array of array, that see that you will getting the array that containing the key and properties, key and values of that object. So object or entry is basically doing that, it's converting the object into the array. Now if you want that object again, so in this scenario, the object dot from entries come into the picture. Okay, so now if you are going and just console log this object dot from entries here. Okay, so I'm just, okay, no any problem. So if I will just do the console log, so you will see that I am getting here the same object. See that x, same key value pair. Okay, so this is too much straightforward, so you can go there and check it out. So now I will move towards my uh, fourth property, added dot prototype dot flat. So this is too handy, man, this is too handy. I use it and you will not believe it, that this is something that is great. Okay, so I have here a nested array, a simple nested array. Okay, and I will just copy it. So this is a nested array. Now I am going to doing nested dot flat. I will first show you, then I will explain about it, that what is doing this thing. Okay, so basically now I'm going to save and see that what it give me, that 1 2, and so this is the flat dot flat. So basically what it's doing, that it's flattening the array. Okay, if you have an array and that array containing the nested array, so if you wanted to flatten that array, means if basically flat accept an integer value depending on their depth, means like this is the first depth number 1, this is depth number 2, this is depth number 3. Okay, so like this means now this is the depth 1 and this is the depth 2. So on the basis of the depth you can flat the nested array. Okay, so this is things that I want to explain. So if I will pass basic, default one is 1, that if you're doing this, so it will return me the same thing. If you not, if you're removing this, so 1 is default here, so it's giving me a same result. So don't worry about it, and you can, if there is lots of infinite nested array and you don't know anything about that, how many nested arrays are coming here, so you can simply write infinite here, infinite infinity, and now see that it will flat all those things, all the nested array inside that array, and this is something that I always want. Okay, so feel free to do more, explore more, and play with it. Okay, so I will move forward because I don't have too much time, and now I will go. There's something in our list that flat map. The flat map is something you can understand if you know about the map. What it's doing, that it will, that whole function is running from each element of the array. Okay, on each element of the array. So if you want the array with the duplicate element, then you can easily use map. So what I did here, that I'm just have a simple 1 2 3 4 array. Okay, 2 3 4 array. Okay, this is the array, and I'm just applying the map operator here, and after that I'm passing one anonymous function, and this function returning me a giving me the item of that array, like 2 3 4, and now I'm just uh, iterating this function for each element of that array. So if there is a 2, so in the place of 2, now I will get this 2 2. Means I'm using the flats. I will show you that. After that I will tell you. So basically I'm just copying this, pasting this. Okay, and just removing the flat. You know about the flat. So this is the scenarios. So now I am getting the array of arrays. Okay, like this, like 2 2 3 3, because we are returning this array for each element. So I am getting 0 1 2 for every element. Now I wanted to flat this, so now I will use dot flat, and now I will get a duplicate elemented array. See that 2 2 3 3 4 4. So they make a simple function that is flat map, and this is that doing all those things. We don't need to do anything. That's flattening your array, it's mapping your array, everything is doing. We will just call flat map, just copy and paste, and see that the magic, same thing into one line and without applying any hacky code. So this is the power of flat map. You can go there and explore more, and I think this is useful for making a duplicate array, but I am never used. Okay, so now I will move forward, and the sixth one is now promise dot all settled. So this is something that is too cool, because if you are working on a front end, what is the promise dot all settled doing? That if you are passing two promises, means if you are calling two APIs, whatever the result, maybe they are rejected or maybe they are succeed, promise.allSettle will give you the feedback, or it will be settled, means if it will be complete or give you output after the completion of both the promises or both the request. So this is the basically the thing that introduced in ES 2020. So I did that I have a three promises here, like promise dot resolve promise 1, promise dot resolve promise 2, and here I'm rejecting the third promise. Now I'm using the if, if you familiar about the if, that immediately invocable function in JavaScript. Okay, so what I think that I'm using the async await. I'm awaiting this promise dot all settled. I'm applying this promise all settled, and now I'm passing. I will just copy this. Okay, and I will show you. Oh, okay, so this is the okay, and now uh, okay, now I will just copy this. This thing, yeah, just paste it. See that now hopefully it's work, that the first iteration is fulfilled because value is promised one, the second one is fulfilled, and the status third is rejected. So it will give me the result after the completion of every promises, or after the settlement or rejection of every promises. So now I will go Further, and now this is something that is too cool, public and private class field. I think they are trying to make JavaScript as an object oriented. Yeah, so we can make our class fields private by using hash. Okay, something new before name of the field. Okay, so this is the class one. Okay, I will just copy this, and this is the something that I'm always. So this is the class. I will just comment out above things. Okay, so yeah, so now I will paste it. So this is class increasing counter. It have a public field, and it have some method like get value and increment. It's for getting the value. Okay, and this is will increment the counter's value. Now I will just initialize the things same. Why I'm not copying all the things? Yeah, just copied everything. Yeah, I copied everything and see the result. Like I'm getting 0, the counter value here. Okay, the first line. After that I'm getting again counter dot value, because this method will returning me this dot count. So this is the public property, and you can able to access outside of the class. Okay, now I'm accessing here. See that it's will fine. Here's a public one. I'm incrementing. Now I will get 1, the same value, and now I will setting the count value into the 10, and now I will get the 10. See that the last one I'm getting the 10. Now if I wanted to make this private, means if you wanted to make this private, so just write like this. Okay, just put like this. Okay, if now this is now a private field, okay, so if now you wanted to access this, you will get the syntax error. Okay, so now I will do this. Okay, so I'm getting the oh sorry, I just wanted to change this. The value is okay, and now count also change it into the private. Yeah, so if I try to access the private value or private properties of the class outside of the class, then it will give me the syntax error. This is the point. I can't access if I will just comment out these things. Okay, and these things, now I will get the answer like 0 and 1, but you can't access the count value now outside of the class. So this is the thing, so you can feel to go there and check it and enjoy it. Okay, so go towards the dynamic import. Okay, so just wanted to access that main.js and what that main.js has. So now I will write import. I just pass main.js. How dot then dot catch, just for the clarification, res console log. Okay, I got it. I don't want to just do this. So now res dot default, if I will run this, yeah, res dot learn js, and now if I will do error handling console log error. Okay, see that I'm getting this is default function and this is learn.js. You can also do by async await, so I will just do this async. If I will pass const module await import main.js, and now I will run module dot default module dot learn.js. See that now you can access this on conditionally basis like this import dot. Then I'm just the fan of this, so I'm using this. Okay, so you guys go there and do fun with it. Okay, so now I have this. So now I will move forward. This is global this. So if you are working on a front end side, so you know that the browser have window object, and if you are working on a Node.js, so different environment for the JavaScript, so it have a global object. So there's something little bit confusion each and every time. If you are working on a Node.js, so you have to take care of the global, and if you are working on a front end side, then you are going to take care of the windows. So now they make one single object global this, and this will be a universal. This will work on node. This will be a global object, and if you are working on the front end side, then this object will be a window object. So now I will show you something. Okay, so I will just comment it out. Yeah, and now console log global this, and see that I'm getting the here window object. Okay, this is the window object. And now if I will go into my, yeah, now I will just run this in my terminal node app.js. See that this is the global one. This is the power of global this. Now I will move, see that in browser this is window and node is global. Now something string.prototype replace all. So this is something that's too handy also, but it's nowadays right now it's not available into the browser API, so I unable to show you what it will do, but you will just get it from their name easily that it will replace all the selected values. Okay, so this is used to replace all the instance of the given substring. So here what we are doing, that console log, if you are using the old replace one, so what it will do, that a b b a written here, and if you want to remove, yeah, replace b with underscore. Okay, so what it will do, that it will start from here, and if it find that, yeah, there is a b in the second position, so it will just replace this and just return it. So this is the problem. Okay, this is the only replace the first occurrence of the substring. So if you wanted to remove the b, every b inside this string, then what you will do, then you will use the replace all. What it will do, that it will replace all the position of a, this is I think something. Okay, replace all. So now if I will do, this will not work on the browser, so don't worry. So this is all about the video. I hope you will like this video and I am able to explain you better. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, so please share, like and comment, and I hope to see you again. Okay, thank you, bye bye, take care.